Hey folks, Crimson Blaze here. Welcome to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a winter hike out in Rocky Mountain National Park. And I'm going to be hiking the Ouzel Falls out and back trail. Now, the traditional start for this hike begins at the Wild Basin Trailhead. And from there to get to Ouzel Falls is around 2.6 miles. So that's a 5.2 mile round trip if you're able to park at that trailhead. But during the winter time, you have to park at the Wild Basin Winter Trailhead. And that adds 2 more miles round trip to your hike. So today it's probably going to be around 7.2 miles to get to Ouzel Falls and back. So you might be asking, Gerald, isn't this a better hike to do in the summer? And it is. It's a beautiful hike during the summertime because there's 3 waterfalls on this trail. There's a small one that you first come up to called Copeland Falls, and then you have Calypso Cascading Falls, which is really nice, and then the big one, Ouzel Falls. And I know that during the winter time, Copeland Falls is going to look like probably just a snow-covered creek, and you're not even going to see any of the falls. As far as Calypso, it's not really going to be cascading down, but I've always thought it was cool to kind of see the snow on the rocks, kind of the contrast between the dark colored rocks and the white snow. And you'll see the creek running underneath it. I've always thought that was cool. And Ouzel Falls, yeah, it's going to be frozen, but there's something cool to me about a frozen waterfall. I mean, here's this a massive amount of water that is flowing over the side of a mountain, and it's cold enough that it freezes. So I'm looking forward to check that out. I do recommend bringing some micro spikes on this hike because right after that bridge we just passed, there's a steep section, and it's probably the steepest section on the trail. But if you're here late winter, maybe early spring, that could be all ice, and you're going to need something like spikes to help get up it. Right now it's middle of February and it's covered all in snow, so I haven't had any issues yet. Speaking of steepness, this trail is not that steep. So starting from the Wild Basin Winter Trailhead, the elevation gain is a little over 1,000 feet. And it's pretty gradual. There are a couple spots where it gets steep, but it's a pretty gradual climb to Ouzel Falls, so it's not that bad at all. Here we are at Calypso Cascading Falls. And yes, it is covered in snow. But I still think it's beautiful. I love seeing the snow on the dark rocks. I like hearing the creek run underneath the snow and ice. It's just a cool feeling. Plus, in wintertime, you avoid the crowd, so you have the trail to yourself. I've only seen one person so far, but It's just beautiful. So just before you get to a bridge, you're going to see the sign that says Ouzel Falls. And then it's probably only a few hundred feet off of that side trail. All right, I can hear it. I think it's right around the corner here. Oh yeah. That is pretty cool. There we go. It's a good look at Ouzel Falls. I think it's time to take out my butt pad, have a little snack. I'm checking out frozen Ouzel Falls. I know it's frozen, but I don't know. I just think it's really cool. You can see the water flowing behind it. You know, just the big chunks of ice that just have formed. Yeah, I just think it's pretty cool. So I'm just gonna sit here for a few minutes, have my snack, and then we'll head back down. Well, that's gonna do it for this hike. I'm heading back to my truck now. But this is a fabulous hike. Whether you do it in the summer or winter time, you can't go wrong with the Ouzel Falls out and back hike. Now in the winter, I know the waterfalls, they're covered in ice and snow, but it is so beautiful out here. You know, the entire ground is blanketed with snow. You're walking through an evergreen forest, which is covered in snow. And if you hit it just right, the wind will blow and the sun will shine through, and that snow will just sparkle all around you. So it is a special winter hike, but it's also great for a summer hike. You know, the waterfalls, they're magnificent. You're hiking along a creek, so you can't go wrong either way. All right, folks, thanks for watching. Until my next adventure, keep on blazing.